Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to our 8th edition 40K coverage. And we're really excited for this. For the next couple of weeks, we're going to be putting out tons of battle reports and reviews of 8th edition 40K and all of the factions. So today is Saturday. It's a day of the pre-order for Warhammer 40K 8th edition, the starter boxes and all the other books. And so today we have a two-part review for you of the new edition, as well as two battle reports. The one that you're about to watch right now is between me and Dave. We're going to be doing Chaos vs. Tyranids, our old grudge match. And then in the link below, you can find a battle report between Grey Knights and Necrons, which will be right there. Also in the links will be the links to the reviews as well. So make sure you watch these battle reports, check out the reviews, and stay tuned for tons of 8th edition 40K coverage.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com, here with Matt. Welcome, Wargamers, to our very first 8th edition, new edition of Warhammer 40K.
New Hammer.
This is New Hammer. It's very exciting because A, Matt and I are fighting each other. I hardly get to fight against Matt, so yes. Two, we have, I said A and then two. Did you catch that? Yeah. We have Chaos Space Marines and then Tyranids. I'm going to beat you. 8th edition is going to be the time that I beat you finally. That's what it's going to be.
Test game.
This is a test game. I've never
so hold on.
fielded
So if you
anything.
beat me, you're like, yes, I finally beat Matt. And if you don't beat me, you'll be like, oh, it's just a test game. So you're safe either way.
Everything you said sounds correct. So we're doing a power level of 50, which is approximately 1,000 points. It's ish. We're doing a power level of 50. It's not perfect, but that's what we're doing. That's how we built our list. We'll go over the list in just a second. And the mission that we're doing is called No Mercy. It's one of the new missions in the book, and it's like it's kill points. It's like it's Purge the Alien. It's very similar.
Except for how you do
Except for it's called No Mercy.
Yeah,
so it's,
No Mercy.
Yeah, but you get to choose deployment, which is kind of cool. So depending on who gets to choose it, might give the other team a big advantage. So I'm going to end up choosing it, and no, you can choose it. I'll just give it to you.
You roll off.
Well, yeah, we can, and then I'll just choose to give it to you anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's not going to happen. We're going to roll off for it. So let's take a look at the armies. Taking a look at the 50 power Chaos Space Marine list that I've built. This is a patrol detachment, so technically it is a battle-forged army, and that doesn't really give me anything extra other than the 3 command points that I am defaulted with. So by being a patrol detachment, I do get those 3 command points. I just don't get any extra for having any extra detachments as part of my army. My army is comprised of an HQ, which is my demon print. I just wanted to see how he feels on the battlefield. Cool factor. That's the only reason why I brought him. It wasn't a, hey, let me see if I can tweak this or tweak that. I don't know what to tweak right now. Now it's a matter of, how is this going to be on the battlefield because it's cool. So demon prints with wings, and I have Defi, of course. I wanted to see how he fielded on the battlefield. He's my heavy support choice. And then I have 2 troops choices. I have a Chaos Space Marine unit, a 20-man squad. Cool thing about the 20-man squad Chaos Space Marine is the more you add to the unit, the cheaper they become. So 5, it costs 5 power. 10 costs an additional 4 power. 15 is 7 additional, and then up to 20 is 10 additional. So instead of it costing 5 power for 5 more, it's 3 once you get that high. So it's kind of cool. I saved some points there. So it's kind of similar to 30K in that respect. The more you bring with this particular unit, the cheaper they become. Not so much for the cultists, though. The more cultists you bring, you just kind of add their cost. There's 3 power for 10, and I have a 20-man squad. So scratch that, that's a 30-man squad. I brought 30 cultists, and for every 10 I can bring a heavy weapon or a weapon, and I chose to bring a heavy stubber. So I have 3 heavy stubbers in the unit. I have my champion, my cultist champion, which is part of the unit. He's not a character, which is nice because he gets to be part of the unit, because any characters can't be part of any units anymore. They are independent and free acting. Neat thing about being a character is that it cannot be targeted by a unit if it's not the closest enemy unit. So Matt's Tyranids can't just target out my Demon Prince, for example, because it's not more than 10 wounds. It's 8 wounds. If it was more than 10 wounds, then they would be able to single him out, but because he's not, then these units can be in front of him and protect him. So that's the benefit of being a character. You can be protected if you're less than 10 wounds. Now Defi, he's 14 wounds, so it works that way now with wounds, which is pretty sweet. I'm very excited about that because he can last longer, and I want to see how he fares against large blobs of guys and characters and whatever else. So that'll be really cool. He can be targeted because he's not a character. So any unit can be targeted if it's not a character. You just simply choose. An important note is that this Demon Prince is Khorne. He has a keyword Khorne, which means that because my whole army is Khorne, including my Defiler, actually, they get to, if they're within 6 inches of him, they can re-roll their hit rolls of 1, whether it's shooting or close combat. This banner right here looks like an icon of vengeance. It's not. It's going to be marked Daved. Icon of Wrath, which is the Khorne icon, which allows me to re-roll the charge range. It does specify, it doesn't say failed charge, it says charge rolls. So if I roll a low charge, even though it's successful, I can re-roll it and possibly get more guys into combat. On my Chaos Space Marines, I have 2 Flamers, and on the Aspiring Champion there, I got a Power Fist and a Plasma Pistol. My Chaos Space Marines have bolters. They do not have chainswords, which is an important thing to note because with a chainsword, you actually get an extra attack in close combat. For my cultists, I have a shotgun on the cultist champion, and on the regular cultist there, I have an auto pistol, and I have a brutal assault weapon, which sounds a lot more brutal than it actually is. You do get an extra attack in close combat, but it's their regular strength and no armor-piercing benefit. And that's 50 power list. This is my detachment, my patrol detachment that I'm going to be fielding against Matt. Chaos players are going to cross their fingers. We're going to beat these Tyranids once and for all. We're going to do it. It's going to happen today. This new edition will be on our side. Right, Dice Gods?
Probably not. This is my patrol detachment, my Battleforged army, so it's also patrol detachment because I only have 1 HQ. Basically, if you can get up to 2 HQs and up to 3 troops, that upgrades you to the next one, which I think gives you an extra command point or 2. But at 50 power, it's actually really hard to do that and build a good list. So my HQ choice is going to be a Turbogon. Now, Turbogons have gotten better, I want to say, but the summoning rules for match play are really interesting because essentially the Turbogon at the end of every movement phase can just spawn 10 Gaunts. It can do one of 2 things. He can spawn a new unit of 10 Gaunts with flesh borers and put them within 6 inches, and they can charge, they can do whatever. Or he can reinforce an existing unit of Gaunts, but he can only replace the ones that have flesh borers. If he replaces ones, no worries. If I want to create new units, I actually have to buy them as part of my army. If you played Age of Sigmar, this will be very familiar to you, that you actually have to purchase your summoning units. Now you might think, well, why would you even bother to do that? Why would you want to buy the unit of 10 Gaunts and not put them on the table and just have the Turbogon spawn them? And I can give you a very simple answer, because I played a test game with it. He can move his 8, advance D6, and then spawn those Gaunts 6 inches away, and they can charge. And that's pretty awesome. So it's essentially, it's almost like you're using it as a dedicated transport that gets to disembark after you move rather than before you move. So it is pretty awesome. So the Turbogon is a Psyker. He knows 1 power plus Smite, and he can do 1 power per turn. I'll probably be giving him, I'm not sure if I'll give him Onslaught, which allows me to advance and charge, or I might give him Catalyst, which lets him give a unit Feel No Pain, which works pretty much exactly the same as in 7th edition, where it's just a 5+ to ignore a wound. No modifiers allowed, even mortal wounds. But we'll see what we're going to do. And so I decided to bring a 20 Gaunt squad of Termagants, 10 with Flesh Borers and 10 with Devours. Essentially the same stat lines as 7th, where the Flesh Borers are 12-inch range, strength 4. And then the Devours are 18-inch range, 3 shots at strength 4. So obviously bringing them mixed like this, so I can pick out the Flesh Borer ones first as he kills them, and then respawn the Flesh Borers with the Turbogon, just to try to keep them reinforced. So basically, Dave, you need to kill all of these guys, otherwise they'll keep coming back. So once you kill all of them, then they can't come back. Although really what you want to do is kill them down so that you start killing the more brightly colored ones, because they can't come back.
Nice try. I'm gonna kill your Synapse.
You can do that too. You could try. And then over here, my other troop choices are 2 units of 3 warriors. So what I did, because we're doing power levels, you can kind of give them whatever equipment you want. Oh, and by the way, anything that can take toxin sacs or adrenal glands are just taking it. Toxin sacs on wound rolls of 6, I do 2 damage instead of 1. And adrenal glands give me +1 to my charge range, and I think to my advance as well, which is pretty nice. So the warriors will have that as well. So these warriors are armed with, 2 of them have bone swords and death spitters. Bone swords aren't nearly as good as they used to be. They're just basically strength user and -2 armor. But I think I get to make an extra attack with them as well, just like chain swords. And then the Death Spitters are just Assault 3, Strength 5. And then we've got one with Scything Talons and a Venom Cannon. And then the other one's exactly the same. So these are my Synapse. Synapse rules have changed a bit. They've gotten simplified in a good way. It's 8-inch bubble instead of 12. If you're not in Synapse and you have instinctive behavior, then all it does is you have to shoot and charge the nearest enemy. So you don't go all dirt face and don't do anything or eat yourself. Or fall back. You just have to charge or shoot at the nearest enemy. If you have Synapse, you do whatever you want. Also, if you're in Synapse, you automatically pass morale tests. So that's kind of nice too. That's actually really nice. So those are my 3 troop choices. And then we've got my elite choice of Venomthropes as a unit of 3. And any unit within 3 inches of those basically gets some sort of, it's a form of cover, but instead of giving +1 armor, it makes -1 to the hit roll of the opponent. So it makes them harder to hit, which is nice. And then they're actually pretty good in close combat too. I think they always get to strike first, even if they were charged, and other stuff too, which we'll go over when it actually happens. And they poison guys near them. At the end of every fight subphase, they deal mortal wounds on 5+ to nearby units. And then we got a Pyrovore. He's coming back. He's got a 10-inch, pretty much heavy flamer, strength 5. I think it's -1 armor though, not -2. So we're going to try him out, and he has a much better close combat rules where he deals mortal wounds to guys as he takes wounds. Got a unit of Raveners, which are really fast. They have Death Spitters and Rending Claws and Scything Talons, so they can deal some damage. They can also deep strike in, which is nice. And then we got the Exocrine. Now the Exocrine has gotten mighty better. Before he had a large blast, strength 7 AP2, or he could fire to 6 shots. Well, now it's just 6 shots, strength 7, -2 or -2 or -3 to hit, or -3 armor, with some extra damage. I think it's 2 damage each. But if he stands still, he get +1 to his ballistic skill, so he'll hit on 3s instead of 4s. And also, he can shoot it twice when he stands still, so it becomes 12 shots at 36-inch range, strength 7. So he might actually be able to be good against the Defiler, or against the Demon Prince when he can finally target him. Or he can just gun down Space Marines like crazy. And that is my 50 power list. See how it plays. We're going to be playing on this Table War mat. It's their swamp mat, so go to Table War. I think it's tablewar. I can never remember, it's .com or .org. Just Google Table War. You'll find their mats. They're pretty awesome.
Dougie and Todd!
And obviously we're going to be doing some ruins and some trees here, which will actually have some cover rules, which would be interesting. So in this scenario, we both roll the die. And the winner for 6 gets to choose the deployment map.
I'll choose it.
And his side.
Mm-hmm.
These are the 6 that you have to choose from, so you choose one, and then you choose which side you want.
Okay, probably Dawn of War is hardest for you because you're furthest away. That or Hammer and Nimble, but probably Dawn of War. Yes, Dawn of War.
So Dawn of War then?
Yes, Dawn of War.
Okay. Which side do you want?
I'll choose the side with more cover.
Which would be which side?
Well, probably this side.
Okay, you choose that side.
I will.
Now we deploy. We actually alternate, starting with me. I place a unit, then Dave places a unit, back and forth. Whoever finishes placing their units first, which will be Dave, because he only has 4, and I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, gets to actually choose who has first or second turn. Although if he chooses himself, then I can steal on his 6.
Apple of corn!
Deploying back and forth, obviously Dave finished first. He has 4 units to my 8, which also gives him a significant advantage for the kill points aspect of this mission. Doesn't mean he's going to win, but...
Oh!
Just saying.
Matt, you just for that, the dice gods, they don't like that kind of stuff.
Doesn't matter. I'm not saying I'm going to win. I'm just saying it doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to win. And since Dave was the last to place... Oh, by the way, so I've got my army deployed all this nice block here, because he chose Dawn of War. We're 24 inches apart. I've got good shooting, so that's all right, but I would have chosen one which let me start a little closer. And so everybody's lined up and ready to go. And my Venomthrope's providing that nice little bubble of -1 to hit them, which will be nice, and everything else like that. And then Dave obviously has his blobs over there with a Demon Prince in the back within 6 inches of everybody probably.
Yep.
And of course you'll be able to move and dictate that anyways to give them the re-rolling ones to hit. Since Dave finished first, that means he gets to choose who goes first or second. What is your choice, Dave?
I'll go first.
Then I will try to seize. Yep. I'll go first.
This is a loaded die.
Roll it.
See? See? Reroll!
Roll it again. See, it's a 3. Tyranids, turn 1. Gonna start moving. I don't think I'm forgetting anything already, right? These guys move 6, the Venomthropes move 5.
Yeah, you forgot that you shouldn't go first!
Well, sorry, the dice decided that. Sorry, not sorry.
I don't think you're sorry.
Tervagon will advance and take a tree with him. 8 inches, he's got an 8-inch move. He's a big guy. I'm going to advance the Termagants, which means they'll move an extra d6. So they move their 6 plus 1, 7 inches. La-di-da.
Guess they're not moving very far. They're staying with their Mama Turbogon, though.
On they.
And these warriors will advance too. I was almost ready to advance through my own, or sorry, move. They're not advancing. I was almost ready to move through my own models because we've been playing Armageddon for so much where you can do that. But yeah, I'm gonna attempt to manifest the horror. If I manifest it on a 6+, then I choose a unit within 24 inches, and they get -1 leadership and -1 to their hit rolls. 6+. I failed. I rolled a 5, but I didn't perils. You roll double 1 or double 6, you perils. In the shooting phase, I'm going to start with the Exocrine. Now, his weapon is a 36-inch range, 6-shot, heavy 6, strength 7. I think it's -2. Where is it? Well, I'll look up the save modifier. But if he stands still, he gets +1 to hit, so it'll be a 3+ instead of a 4+, and he gets to double the shots. He gets to fire it twice, so it'll be 12 shots instead of 6. So we got 12 shots with 3s to hit.
Yeah.
So, 5 miss, so we got 7 hits. That's below average. Hopefully I can make up for it. We got strength 7 against your toughness 7, so since they're equal, we win on 4s.
You're hitting Deafy. Ooh.
Only 3. He's got a 3-up armor save, which gets reduced to 6-up, but you also have a 5-up invuln, so you can take that instead. So 5-up invuln, 3 of them.
1.
Made 1, so he takes 4 wounds, because this weapon causes 2 wounds each.
2 damage.
2 damage each, yeah. So it goes down to 10. Now once he gets down to 7, he'll be crippled a little bit, so... Well, you want the red? Okay, fine, jeez. Next up, I'm going to take the Heavy Venom Cannon here and fire it at Deafy as well. Heavy Venom Cannon is strength 9. It's only -1 armor, so you'll get a 4-up save. But it's D3 shots, and they each do D3 wounds. So theoretically, I could do 9 wounds with it. It's not likely to be that good, though. D3 shots. Nice, 3 shots. Hitting on 4s. Ah, only 1 hit. Strength 9, so it's 3s to wound. That's a wound.
So my 3-up save becomes a 4-up save?
Ah! The one in the back is going to do the same thing. Well, hopefully it'll do better. It'll fire the same weapon. D3 shots. No, only 1. Hitting on a 4. And wounding on a 3. Oh, that might get through. 4-up save. Oh! You're lucky. Fire the Stinger Salvo from the Turbogon next into your Chaos Space Marines. It's 4 shots hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 3s because it's strength 5. So 3 wounds. It's -1 AP. So you get 4-up saves, 2 die. Your choice, which 2? You can pull from anywhere, even ones that are out of range and out of sight.
I will do that then.
Just grab the ones at the back. And that is all the shooting that I have range for. I realize now I should have advanced the Pyrovore and the Venom Throws, but oh well, lessons learned. Did a lot less damage. Between the Exocrine and those 2 Heavy Venom Cannons, I could have easily crippled that Defiler. But you did well on your saves.
Thank you. And you did poorly on your rolls.
Yes, I did. The Exocrine could have done a lot more wounds, and you could have made a lot less saves. So between those 2, you're not crippled. I only took 4 wounds off of you, one of which you're going to heal because you have that special rule. Did not get you down to the 6 that I wanted to, so you'd be a little crippled. But oh well.
And the best part is that Deafy has 14 wounds.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so it's going to take a while to take him down. But I still think one good round I could do some nasty damage to him. Let's find out what happens as we go into Chaos Space Marines, turn 1.
Technically in my turn we forgot to do the morale phase, but it doesn't matter so much in this case, only because even if Matt rolled a 6, we would have to add the amount of guys that were lost from the unit, which is 2, which would be an 8, and my morale, or my leadership is 9, so
8 actually.
It's... the leader is 8?
Yeah,
oh,
8.
I went down! What?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you wouldn't have failed it.
I wouldn't have failed it because that would make it, even if you rolled a 6, so it doesn't matter. But dang, I learned that. It's lower leadership now. First things first, what I'm going to do is move all of my guys into this terrain, this ruined terrain, to benefit from the cover save that I would get. It's +1 to my save should he shoot at me. Next up, I'm going to move my cultists. I'm not going to move my heavy stubbers in the group because they get a minus to their shooting when they move and shoot. Deafy will move up. Now he moves 8 inches, which is kind of nice. Not used to that.
Forgot to regain his wound, so he goes up to 11.
Which is also nice. It's kind of like having It Will Not Die, only a shirt thing. It's not called It Will Not Die, though. Infernal Regeneration is what it's called. For my Demon Prince, he moves 12 because he has wings. He's not going to move 12. He'll move like 5. And he'll do that because if he's behind other units, then you can't target him, even though he's separate from those units. Now for the shooting phase. The cool thing about the Demon Prince is that he is equipped with a warp bolter, which is awesome. I'm not used to the Demon Prince shooting anything in the shooting phase. I'll be targeting the Venom Thropes there, right in the middle, and the reason why is because they provide a nice cover bonus for everything around them within how many inches?
3 inches. Any unit within 3 inches, you get -1 to hit.
Okay, including them. So I'm going to want to take them out to negate your bonus. I am normally 2s to hit you, so it'll be 3s. It's Assault 2 with this Warp Bolter. So that's 1 hit, but I get to reroll the 1. Prince of Chaos special rule allows me to reroll this 1, and that's with the Corn.
Any Corn within 6 inches, and he counts as being Corn, and he's within 6 inches.
It's actually everybody. Everyone's within 6.
They're all Corn.
Strength 4, toughness 4. 4 is the wound. 1 wound. AP -1.
I have 5-up armor normally, so this becomes a 6-up. And your bolter causes 2 wounds.
Yes, it does.
Or sorry, 2 damage. So I lose 2 wounds. I can pick whichever one I want, but as soon as I put wounds on a guy, you have to keep picking him from now on. You can't spread out wounds, otherwise it would get kind of silly. So I'll pick the one in the middle.
Now for Deafy, he's going to be shooting his Reaper autocannon, which is heavy 4 right now. That's pretty awesome. I have to -1 to my hit roll because I moved with him, and he's firing a heavy weapon. I got to get used to that. But he is within 6 of the Demon Prince, which means I can re-roll 1s. So I'm rolling these, and I need a 6 to hit you.
Because you're firing at the Venom Throws, which give you -1.
That's correct.
So total of -2.
Hitting on 6s, re-rolling 1s. Okay, 1 hit so far, re-rolling this 1. Getting another 6. Oh no, so 1 hit. Strength 7, toughness 4. That's only a 3 to wound. Normally in the other version it's 2, but it has to be at least double for it to be a 2 to wound. So I need a 3 here, and that is a wound. -1 for the save, so you're 6+.
No,
and that's
not anywhere
big
near.
fat J.
Deals 1 damage, but I have to allocate to somebody who already has wounds, so it will kill this one.
Nice. Now normally in the morale phase you would have to take a leadership test to see if they would take more wounds, but because you have synapse, that basically makes it so you auto pass that. So I can't use that to my advantage against Matt's army. Now for the battle cannon. No more pie plates anymore. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Kind of sad day, yet not a sad day. So here it is, heavy D6 shots.
2 shots.
2. 6 is the hit, re-rolling 1s.
Oh, you got
okay,
one.
that's 1. Strength 8 now, so it is 2s to wound. And that's a wound. -2 for the AP, so you don't get a save, so it's actually D3 damage that it does.
If you do 3, you kill another one.
Oh!
2, so
2
close.
more. How is that for pretty much never getting a miss?
Well, you picture like the blast before, and my configuration would have been awful.
Yeah,
because you would have put a blast there. Who cares if your ballistic skill is 1? Because it's like, oh, it'll scatter a bit and kill a bunch of guys. But in some ways, it's nerfed blast. Some ways, it makes them better too. But
It's better against single dudes.
Yeah,
with
better
a lot
against
of
single,
wounds.
but not as good against swarms.
No, well, yeah, it all depends. Now for the cultist unit, firing the 3 heavy stubbers into the Venom Thropes. I want to eliminate those guys. I did not move with these heavy stubbers, so I'm hitting on what would be 4s, now 5s, because he -1 to my roll. 5s!
Reroll 1s.
That's true. So I got 3 hits so far, rerolling these 2 misses and getting another... No, nothing. So just 3. And 4 is the wound.
1 wound.
5 up, otherwise you lose them. Oh!
Made it! Ooh.
Chaos Space Marines firing their bolters now into the Venom Thropes. My goal is to take them out. Let's see if I can do it. Normally hitting on 3s, but 4s because of your bonus. Rerolling 1s for Demon Prince nearby. Get a number of 1s there. I'm going to reroll them. For the rerolls. Oh my goodness.
No.
4s to wound. That's 2.
No AP modifier on bolters, so 5-up armor. 1 dies though.
Yep.
Have to allocate it to this guy, even if he was out of line of sight or out of range. He was in range. You were in range of at least one of them, so I can kill any of them.
And it looks like that's my turn. And my goal was to make them, for me to kill them, but I didn't quite do that. I was hoping to do it with the Chaos Space Marines. They didn't quite make it. I didn't move up my full distance because I was 17 inches away from the closest model, which was the Turbogon. I didn't want to move 6. You're 11, you move 6, or whatever your movement is. Probably more on your monster's creature, or on your monster is what he's called now. I didn't want to give you the charge, so stayed a little bit back. I'm more shooty than you, I would say. I have more shots than you anyway. And my goal is to fire at you as many turns as I can before we inevitably get into close combat. So I'm going to see how much I can whittle you down. You're big guys. I'm not going to, just so you know, you probably guessed this already, I'm not going to go against your gaunts at all. At all. I made the mistake in the past. My goal is like, oh, look at all these dead bodies. Khorne loves it. But no, not this time. Kill your monsters this time. Tyranids, turn 2.
Start up by moving these warriors up into cover. They are infantry, so by being on this ruins, they get +1 armor. So it'll be a 3-up armor instead of 4-up. And then these ones will move up as far as they can to get their death spitters in range of those cultists. Pyrovore will advance. I should have done this last time. He moves 5 + 1. Well, at least I'll get to some cover. So basically ruins, infantry, if they're fully within it, the bases don't have to be fully within it, but the whole squad has to. They get the +1 cover, which gives them +1 armor, essentially. Tervagon will move up as 8, will not advance. Going to advance the Venom Thrope. He goes 5 + 1. Man, all ones. Yeah. Get him up to here. Get 3 inches of these 3 units at least. Termagants are just going to move. They're not going to advance, because I can actually get these Devourers in range of the Space Marines. Now, the Space Marines will be 2-up armor right now, but it's better than not shooting, I guess. Maybe I just want to advance. You know what? Maybe I just... Yeah, screw it. I'm advancing. Hey, 5 more inches. Yeah, I just realized as I said that out loud, I'm like, they just have a 2... Oh, frick. Because these Devourers are no AP.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll be up. They're assault weapons, so I can still shoot them. I'll just have a negative modifier. And the Exocrine will hold still. Psychic, I am going to cast the Horror. I'm going to attempt to manifest it onto the cast Space Marines. 6+. I fail it. Again, 5.
Same thing.
Do I want to... I have 3 command points. I could re-roll 1 die and try to get that 1 higher. You know, this turn it could actually make a big difference, so let's do that. Wow. Dice. On to my shooting phase. Hopefully I roll less 1s than that. The Exocrine stood still, so he gets to fire 12 shots, and I'm going to try to cripple Deafy. I need to do 5 wounds to him to cripple him. 7 he's crippled, but he regains the wound automatically. So I think I can do better than last time. Last time I did 4, and that was below average. 12 shots hitting on 3s. Okay, not bad for hits. We got average number of hits, 8. Looking at 4s to wound. We're looking at strength 7 versus toughness 7. Well, if you don't save any of these, then the 3 is not horrible. But go ahead, 5 up in bones. Because I give you -3, so... Oh, okay. That actually crippled you. You're down to 5. No, 2 each.
Ah!
Yeah, you're down to 5.
Yeah, that got
That hurts. Next up, these 3 warriors will fire. I'm going to fire the heavy venom cannon at your Defiler and the 2 death spitters at your cultists. You can fire whichever you like. You can choose different targets for each weapon, but you have to declare them all before you fire. And you can even charge something you didn't even shoot at. So they've really changed how all that works. So 2 death spitters first, firing at your cultists. We're hitting on 4s. There's 3 shots each.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm not rolling very well here. Strength 5, toughness 3, so 3s to wound. I was about to say 2s.
Oh!
Yeah. Then the heavy venom cannon against your Defiler does D3 shots. 2, that's not horrible. 4s to hit. Let's make at least 1 of these, please. All right, well, I guess I technically made at least 1 of them. Strength 9, so I wound you on 3s. There we are. 4-up armor. This -1 armor save. You have 3-up, becomes 4-up.
There you go.
This is very reminiscent of last turn. Second squad is going to do the same thing. We got 2 of the death spitters and your cultists, and then the heavy venom cannon into the Defiler. So let's do the 6 shots into the cultists, hitting on 4s. That's a little better. I wish that was the heavy venom cannon. And 3s to wound. So that's 3 wounds. You have a 6-up armor, but this is a -1 armor save, so you don't get any saves. So 1, 2, 3. You'll possibly lose more in the morale phase. We'll see. And then the heavy venom cannon into the Defiler. D3 shots. 2 shots hitting on 4s. Come on. 1 hit, wounding on a 3. Oh, that was a bad round of rolling right there. Tervagon will fire at the cultists as well with his stinger salvo. 4 shots hitting on 4s. What is... Okay, you know what? Screw these. I'm using the same handful of dice here. 3s to wound? Okay, you know what? I'm getting new dice. That's 2 turns in a row I forgot to put my Raveners on. I hate reserves in 7th edition because they wouldn't come on. And here I am bringing them where I can choose to bring them on, and I just keep forgetting. It's at the end of the movement phase. Dave has been kind enough, though, to let me bring them on, even though we're technically in my shooting phase right now. So I'm just going to place them on the table. They have to be placed more than 9 inches away from any enemy, but they do not scatter. And as a thank you, I'm not going to fire their death spitters. It's not really as a thank you. I just feel bad for bringing them on at this point, but I feel even angrier having forgotten them for 2 turns in a row.
It's okay, you're not perfect, man. It's okay.
Yeah, but they would have charged this turn.
It's okay.
I would have placed them here last turn. You would have been forced to fire at them rather than my Venanthropes, or leave them alone, and then they would have moved up 12 and charged you this turn. But now they're 9.5 or 9.25 inches away from you right now, so that kind of sucks.
So to finish my shooting, the Termagants with the Devourers are in range. Now I've got 10 of them in total. 8 of them are in range of the Cultists, so I'm going to fire at the Cultists, and the other 2 are in range of the Space Marines, so I'll fire at them. My Flesh Borer ones are not in range of anything. So the 8 have 3 shots each, so they're going to be 24 shots. Now I did advance, so I'm going to be hit on 5s instead of 4s. But by advancing, I actually get in a better range too. So, and since I'm within 6 inches of a Termagant, I get to reroll the 1s. So I got 5 1s in total. See if I get any more. Yeah, there's 3 more. So good number of hits. Strength 4 versus your toughness 3, so 3s to wound. Not bad. And you get your 6-up save because these are AP nothing. So that's 10 wounds, 6-up saves, and you saved 3 of them, so 7 die. From wherever you like.
How many? 7?
The other 6 shots into your Marines, which I don't expect really do much to. 5s to hit. Rerolling 1s. 2 hits. 4s to wound. Yay, 1 wound. You got a 2-up save because you got 3 up and you're in cover. And you made it. I'm not going to do any charges. So you can actually do your morale test on these guys. The morale phase, you lost 10 guys. So we go 10 plus D6. Anything over your leadership of 6, you lose that many more guys. So you're already losing 4 guys, plus whatever you roll on a D6.
Oh!
That was almost a 6. Those Raveners saved you. So 6 more guys just die. That looks a little better, a little more thinned down. First things first, Duffy goes back up to 6. He's still crippled, so his movement and his shooting abilities have been lowered a bit.
Chaos Space Marines, they're going to move up. They move 6. No more rolling for difficult terrain. How do you like that? That's pretty awesome.
Other nice thing is keeping flamers out front without worrying about them dying right away.
That's right. So I'm moving up.
Moving up.
And there they are, and I'm putting them in position so that the flamers can get your Pyrovore
Flamer versus Flamer.
before you flame me. I'm going to move up my cultists. If I move them up, then they'll be 5 inches, well, 6 inches away, but I got to make 5 inches because it's within an inch that I need to make for the charge. And I'm looking at those warriors right now. They look like a nice juicy target. And here I have to move my heavy stubbers. Demon Prince will fly, and he'll go right there. He moves 12 inches with his wings. Second thought, I'm just going to go down on the ground.
Make it a shorter charge.
Yeah. Shusting phase. We got the 2 flamers that are going to target your Pyrovore, and we have the plasma pistol with the Aspiring Champion. He's going to be targeting your Pyrovore as well. The rest of the Chaos Space Marines with the bolters, they'll be targeting the Venom Thrope. So the flamers are D6 each. So let's see how many hits
Auto
we get
hits.
on
9 auto hits.
9. That's
nice.
excellent. And it's strength 4, wounding on 4s.
That's right. Toughness 4. No, 3 wounds. He's got a 4-up armor save, but he is in cover, so he gets...
No, ignore your cover.
Does it ignore cover?
Yeah.
Flamers say that?
Yep. So I'm actually thinking of sonic weapons. They ignore cover. So you still get your cover save from a flamer, which I got to get used to.
So I get +1 armor.
You
so
do.
I have 3-up armor save. And I've got 4 wounds, so I shouldn't die. Oh, didn't even need the +1.
What are you rolling my dice for?
Because that's just what I want to do. You got a plasma pistol. You want to supercharge it?
Yep.
So you're hitting on 4s, because I have my Venom Throat nearby.
And
Reroll it. Reroll it. If you're that natural 1 slays the model.
My Demon Prince within 6, so I get to reroll the 1.
That's right. Oh, you're lucky. So you missed stealth, but you're not dead. Yeah, it gets hot now is if you roll the 1, you are just dead. It's slain. It doesn't even say you take a mortal wound. It just says you're slain. So you could have 150 wounds, and it would just kill you.
And now for the rapid firing bolters into your Venom Thrope. And I'm hitting you on
4s, which is -1 because of my Venom Throat thing.
rerolling 1s because of my Demon Prince.
Lots of dice.
Stop saying that!
You're gonna kill him.
Stop saying that!
Only got
You're gonna
3
jinx
wounds.
it!
Yeah.
4's to wound.
Got 3 wounds. That should do it, because I didn't get him into cover, so I only have a 5-up save. If I had a 4-up save, then you could be a little more worried.
Why don't you roll your own dice?
5 up, man.
Ah,
He's
there
dead.
you go.
He's dead.
First blood!
Finally.
Nice!
Finally.
Cultists, they're going to be targeting this unit of warriors back there.
With all of your weapons?
Yes. Hitting on 4s within 6 of the Demon Prince, rerolling 1s. So got 3 1s here to reroll.
Ooh, good thing. Only 4 so far. 5.
That's another 1.
Strength 3?
Yep.
Looking at 5s to win then. I am toughness 4.
3 wounds?
Oh, not bad. 4-up armor on warriors. So you deal 1 damage, or 1 wound. We'll put it on the one in the back here. He's down to 2 wounds. Now for the shotgun on my cultist champion, I'll be hitting you on 4s. 2 hits.
Oh, jeez.
And strength 3, so it's 5 wound.
Now shotguns, when you're in half range, to become strength 4.
It would be, but I'm not.
You're nowhere near that, yeah. So you're looking at 5s to wound again. Nothing.
Heavy stubbers, we got 9 shots coming. Now I get -1 because I moved them because they're heavy. So hitting on 5s.
Ooh.
Okay.
Not bad at all.
Okay. 4s to wound with them. That's 4 wounds.
Jeez, 4 wounds. No save modifier, so 4 up saves. Oh, 3 wounds, that kills 1. So it finishes off the 1 and kills another. So even though I could have used 3 wounds to kill a guy and keep that guy alive with 1, I'm not allowed to do that. I have to first start allocating to the guy that's already lost wounds.
That's nice. Defe! He's going to be shooting into these warriors. I'm going to try to finish them off, starting with this Reaper autocannon.
Just going to fire all his weapons at him?
Yep. I did not move, so I'll be hitting on a better ballistic skill.
On 4s.
On 4. So with 4.
Oh, nowhere near the Demon Prince to reroll that 1. Reaper is what strength?
Strength 7, so wounding on a 3.
That's right. It's a wound. That one's -1 armor, so I got a 5 up save instead of 4 up. Not saved. He's down to 1.
Now for the battle cannon, heavy d6.
3 shots.
Actually, so because I'm damaged and I'm less than, or I'm actually 7, between
7 or
4
less.
and 7.
Yeah.
I'm -1 ballistic skill, which I got to remember that because the more damaged I am, the harder it is for me to hit.
Now you rolled 6, so you hit me with the 6.
So I hit either way.
But now you're hitting on 5s instead of 4s, is what we have to remember.
Yeah. So 5s. 1 again.
Oh, you got another 6. This is 2s to wound, though, strength 8.
Yep.
We don't have to worry about the multi-wounds that it does. It's just going to kill the guy because it's -3 armor.
Yep.
So my 4+ becomes a 7+, which is impossible. Yep. It does D3 wounds,
D3
but
damage.
It has to be put on this guy, and the D3 wounds do not carry over to the next. So he just dies. The charge phase.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Oh, look at that Demon Prince. Oh, no, I'm not done the shooting. Demon Prince has shooting.
Oh, he's got his Warp Flame Bolter.
So I'll target my Warp Bolter at your Pyrovore. I'm going to try to...
You could finish him off.
Yeah, I think I could.
It does 2. It has a damage of 2, so with 2 shots, you could do 4 wounds.
I normally hit on 2s, but it's 3 because you're in cover.
Nope. The cover gives me +1 armor.
Oh.
The Venom Thrope was giving you the -1.
Okay, so good thing I eliminated that.
Yeah.
So 2's re-rolling, because any 1s I can re-roll them. So let's use a new die here. And that's 2 hits. Wounding on 4s.
Oh, there's those ones again.
So Demon Prince is declaring a charge here in the charge phase, and I should probably go for... I don't know, because you're...
He's really good. Does 3 damage on his Hellforged sword.
He does.
But he's only strength 7, and I'm toughness 8, so he wounds on 5. So hitting on 2s, wounding on 5s, -2 save, and then 3 wounds each. So he could do some damage to that Turbogon.
Yeah, but you have 14 wounds on him.
Yeah, but you technically could take out all 14 of those in one swing.
Now, are you like damaged? Are you weaker when you're...
Yep, just like vehicles.
So what's the number? Is it
Well,
7?
down to 7. It's pretty much all of them that I've seen so far. It's once you're at half wounds that they start to become less effective. But just spoiler alert, he's already not effective. So making him less effective is not that big a deal. So he doesn't hit very well. He doesn't hurt very well.
So he is a target.
He is. He really is.
Okay.
He is the target. But the Demon Prince charging the Termagants will be even worse of a target because he's got 5 attacks, so he can't kill more than 5 of them at a time. And they're not going to die for morale because there are Synapse creatures nearby.
Is this Synapse?
Yes. Synapse, Synapse, Synapse.
Okay.
You charge a Termagon?
Yeah.
You're not going to multi-charge into the Termagants?
Well, no, because then you would get Overwatch with them.
Yes, but that means that you'll have to charge in such a way, so you have to make a longer charge to make sure you don't get within an inch of the Termagants.
6 instead of 5 then.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I'll do my Overwatch first, and we'll figure it out. So 4 shots from the Stinger Salvo, hitting on 6s. 1 hit. It's only strength 4, so winning you on 5s, because you're toughness 7, I think. Nothing. You're actually only toughness 6, but still, it would have been a 5 to wound. So roll your charge range, and then we'll see if you make it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
10 inches with the fly special rule, so you can ignore intervening stuff. So just keep them an inch away from them, and get them within an inch of the Turbogons.
So I can actually go like that then.
If that's within 10 inches, then yes.
Yeah.
What about your K-Space Marines?
The K-Space Marines?
K-Space Marines.
I'm thinking that they should probably go against Termagants.
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 I'm not going to. I'm going to go against a Turbogon.
You're just going to... Oh, they're just going to charge a Turbogon and nothing
so.
else. Okay.
I'm going to... In second thought, I'm going to go against the Termagants because they can... Looks like they can destroy them. It'd be really, really good. You'll get your Overwatch.
Do you want to multi-charge a Turbogon as well? He can't Overwatch you because he's already locked in combat.
Is there any disadvantage to me?
Well, it allows you to allocate attacks to him if it's just the way it works out as well.
I'd say no.
So no? Okay, so it'll be forced to keep your guys all over here then. So that might make
Okay, then yeah, then
See,
I
that's-
will.
yeah, see,
that
it's-
does make a
A
difference.
big blob of guys you're going to find to be a little unwieldy when it comes to charging. Okay, I will overwatch with all of my termagants.
Nah.
40 shots, hitting on 6s. There's a few. That's definitely below average. What do I see here? 5? Yeah, my average was 6 or 7, so below average. But whatever, probably not going to hurt you anyways. Strength 4, so 4's to wound. Yeah, 2 wounds. No armor modifier.
3 up save.
Hey, I killed one! Woohoo! Bink! After all that, charge.
All right.
You do get to re-roll it though,
I do.
because you have the icon. No, I don't need to.
And it's corn. I will keep it.
You'll keep an 8. That's a good omen, right?
Yeah.
And just so you know, ruins do not slow down charges. Woods do, craters do, but ruins do not. So you got. So you were multi-charged
I
on
was,
Turbogon. Okay.
yeah. And it looks like that's the best I'm going to get with how clumped they are together.
Fun.
And now for the cultists against these warriors right there.
Overwatch. Death Spitters, 6 shots, hitting on 6s. Ooh,
What?
Almost as many hits as my 40 shots. And they're strength 5, so winning you on 3s. And they're -1 armor, so 2 just die. Take them from the front.
No.
Take your champion.
The question is, do I take these? or
Oh,
do I
at this
take
point, you're
these?
just throwing away your heavy stubbers.
Wow.
These do get more attacks.
They do.
And they can use your pistols in the shooting phase, even if you're locked in combat. All sorts of reasons that they're better.
Heavy stubbers away.
Okay. Then the heavy venom cannon does D3 shots. We're looking at 2, but they hit on 6s as you charge in. Nothing. You need to roll 6 for the charge range because you're.
We're actually at 5, right? Because I got to be.
Oh right, you're 6 inches away, so you need to get 5, and you get 7. So the first guy must end within an inch, and then the rest can do whatever the crap they want, as long as they stay in coherency. And stay an inch away from anybody they didn't declare a charge against.
Oh,
That's all of the charges. Oh, there's another guy. So now, in the fight sub phase, Dave gets to attack with all of the models who charged. Assuming, for 1 second, let's assume that nobody charged and this is ongoing fight. What would actually happen is Dave would choose one unit, they would fight. Then I would choose a unit and they would fight. And then he would choose a unit and they would fight. And so on and so forth until they're all done. But before any of that happens, any models or any units who charge get to attack first, which is pretty important for your charges.
Yes.
Start with the Demon Prince.
Demon Princia!
So the first thing he does is piles in 3 inches. Right now he's half an inch away. He does not have to pile in at all, but he has to end closer to the nearest enemy model, which is a Termagon. What are you going to do?
I'll go like that.
So you're going to end closer, and you're going to engage the Termagants. And he is allowed to do that,
I might
just
as
so you
well.
know. You got your Hellforged Sword, which is 5 attacks, because you're Khorne, you get +1 attack.
Yep. So I'm hitting you on 2s because my weapon skill is 2+. And I get to
Reroll
reroll
ones.
1.
Why are you taking another die, man? This one
Because
already-
that's why.
It already used up
He
its one.
failed.
It used up his 1.
No.
And then your strength 7 against 8, so 5 to wound. Oh,
Not a
0.
Chaos Space Marines are going to go next. So I'll
Here's a
pile in.
tricky part. Each guy can pile in 3 inches, but they have to end near to the nearest model, nearest enemy model. So you have to be very careful that you do this properly. A lot of cases, it won't be hard. The guys in the back just getting closer. But like, for example, this guy right here, he has to make sure nobody else is near. Now, they shouldn't be nearer than the guy that he charged.
Yeah, so he's fine.
So are you trying to get an inch of the Pyrovore so he can attack, or you
No.
want to stay?
So
Oh,
I'm
you don't want to
staying
engage
away.
him?
I'm
Okay,
staying
because you
away.
could have engaged him, because you were right
I
here.
don't want to.
You could have piled in 3 inches to here and engaged him, but you do not want to. So that's important. Right there, you would have engaged him if you had left him where he was. So you got to be very, very, very careful. And the models who can fight are the ones that are within an inch of an enemy, or within an inch of a guy who's within an inch. Now, the people who can fight are those within an inch of an enemy, or those within an inch of a guy within an inch. So essentially, it's 2 ranks, if you think about it that way.
Basically, he's the only one who can't fight this round.
And then this guy over here has to fight the Turbogon, and these guys have choices who they fight. You do not have to fight whoever you're in base contact with. You can actually just, as long as you're...
Majority will be Termagants.
Yeah, as many as you can with the Termagants. Yeah.
So I'm hitting the Termagants on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Demon Prince.
Thankfully, although that's a lot of 2s too as well. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Strength 4, toughness 3.
Winning on 3s.
No armor modifier here, so I get my 6 up armor save. Watch out! 4 die. So 4 guys die. I'm going to choose the flesh boar guys because I can resurrect them. Then you got your power fist, and you got the one guy attacking the Turbogon. Does the power fist want to attack the Termagants or the Turbogon?
Probably Turbogon. Now for the Power Fist, he's going against a Turbogon.
Hitting on 3s. Oh, reroll once.
Rolling.
See, I told you. Told
You
you.
didn't tell me anything, and it doesn't count.
A confirmation bias.
Okay, watch this.
Aha! See?
Doesn't count.
Now, actually, we said that wrong. It should have been 4s to hit because power fists are
That's true.
unwieldy. They
They're
don't
not
say unwieldy.
unwieldy, but they
They give you-
hit a little harder.
Yeah,
It's harder for
it's
them.
harder to hit harder.
Yeah.
Because they hit harder, but they're also harder to hit harder. And then the one attack against the Turbogon, just from the guy, with a hit on 3s, because it's not unwieldy or anything, and winning on... Yeah, on toughness 8, that's right, 6s. Oh!
So now I'm going to move my 3-inch pile in closer to an enemy unit. So I'm going to go like this.
Closer to the nearest.
This is nearest.
The nearest enemy model.
Yeah, so he's nearest and he's going in.
Yeah, so just wrap them in. You should be able to get them all fighting.
Yeah.
Now their brutal close combat weapons allow them to make an additional attack with the brutal close combat weapon. So you essentially have 2 attacks on each of them except the heavy stubber, but then you have an extra attack on the champion as well.
We got 24 in total coming from that unit.
Oh, 4 is to hit. Looks maybe. So 10 hits, so you're winning on 5s. Dude! Now it's technically your turn to choose a unit and fight with it, but you're out of units. So then I choose a unit, then you choose a unit, but you're out of them. Then I choose a unit. So essentially at this point, I just go through all my guys and attack. So interesting. This is kind of going to be weird. I'll do this one first to kind of show you how weird it is. So I first pile in 3 inches, but the closest enemy model to him is these guys. But I can't get over there because I would lose coherency. And I can't bring this guy over because the nearest to him is this guy. But I also can't bring him over that way because then I lose coherency. So I was telling Dave earlier off camera that you don't want to string your models out like this. And now you can see why. This guy literally is in limbo. He's unable to pile in anywhere. And so only these 2 will be able to attack. Start with the Bone Sword. So I get 3 attacks with him, but Bone Swords say that you get to make an extra attack with the Bone Sword. It's kind of like Chain Swords. And Strength User, but -2 armor. So you're not going to get a save against this one. And I'm hitting you on 3s. If it was a Scything Talon, I get to reroll 1s, but it is not. Strength 4, so you're wounded on 3s, no saves. So 2 more guys die. Your choice. Scything is within an inch of a guy who's within an inch. So 3 attacks with him only, but I get to reroll 1s. It's 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s. Oh, that made a difference. 3s to wound as well, but there's no AP, so you get 6-up save against that one. So you have your 6-up armor, or is it 5-up armor?
6-up.
Okay.
2 or 1.
Oh, 2 more die. Boy. Next up, I guess we'll do the Termagants. This is going to be a bit of a mess, because gotta stay in coherency, and I'm all wrapped around this Turbogon, so I'm gonna...
Keeping him nice and warm.
Well, it's... yeah.
Yeah. So you have a bunch of guys who won't be able to attack.
Yeah, so because they're all their nearest is over here, but then we get to him, and his nearest is over there. These guys obviously will pile in. Because they're all their nearest is him, so I can do this. Oh, one thing we forgot is at the end of when you fight, you get to pile in again, 3 more inches. It consolidates. So if you could engage more models, but once again, you don't want to do that because then I just get to fight. I got 5 that can attack your Space Marines, hitting on 4s. Boy, I get to reroll 1s though. Sorry, no, I don't get that. It's only in the shooting phase that they get to reroll 1s thanks to the Turbogon. And I'm strength 3, so I'm wounding you on 5s. Oh boy, I might kill one. You got a 3-up armor save. I have no modifiers here. Oh,
Made it!
I got my hopes up for a second. And then 6 guys against your Demon Prince. Oh, they're not going to hurt him. Well, yeah, no. 4s to hit. Look at that. We got 4 hits, Dave. 4 hits.
Not going to work. Toughness 6.
Yeah, so winning you on 6s because you're double my strength.
Yep. Nothing.
Oh, so close.
Nothing.
Got 3 attacks in the Turbogon. I'm going to put into the Demon Prince with my massive Scything Talons. I hit you on 4s, re-rolling 1s. So that's 2 hits. Now these are my strength 7 and your toughness 6. So 3s to wound. Nice. So it's -3 armor, so you're 6-up armor, but you have a 5-up invuln.
Invuln save. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, they do d6 damage each. How many wounds do you have?
8.
Oh! I just killed you.
D6.
Yeah, check it, man.
No, they don't.
Check it. D6. They get to reroll 1s. If I had 2 sets of methods.
Goodness.
That was incredible. In my practice game with the Turbogon, he was up against Immortals, like Necron Immortals, and I'm like, this guy sucks.
No, he doesn't.
That's because doing D6 wounds against Immortals is not a big deal. Demon Prince dies. It's a Warlord kill. End of your turn. We got morale checks to make. So we got a morale check on your cultists. They've lost 6 guys. Their morale is, or their leadership is 6. So essentially, 6 plus D6 minus 6 is just D6. So you lose D6 guys. 4 more guys.
Run away in terror.
I know, hold on.
Yeah, it's up to
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna have to do one anyway.
Yeah. You want to keep your pistols as much as you can. And nobody else that actually has to take these. I don't think I actually lost any wounds or models.
You know what?
No, you did. You had to. No, that's right. No. Didn't you attack my...
Take my dude.
Oh, no, you killed 4 termagants.
I did.
Are you taking your champion away?
Yeah,
Why?
because he doesn't have a pistol.
Yeah, but now you're only going to be leadership 5. Oh, you know what? You're right. You're down to 4 guys.
dead anyway.
You're down to 4 guys.
matter.
Yeah. So if you're... Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, because I lost 4 termagants, but I'm within synapse, so I do not... I auto-pass morale tests. These guys are out of synapse, so they have instinctive behavior, which means, thankfully it's not as bad as it used to be, that they must shoot at and charge the nearest enemy model. Now that doesn't mean I have to move towards said model, so if I want to, like, I can still manipulate which one is going to be the nearest. But it does limit their options. But in this case, I think they're going to be fine just wanting to go after Defi. So we're going to move them up 12 inches, because they be fast. All the way to there. I'm going to move this warrior up to here. If your Defiler has like 1 wound left, I might fire at him. Like, you know what? I was going to say, otherwise I won't be able to charge these guys. Still thinking about 7th rules. I can fire at Defiler and charge these guys all I like. At the end of the movement phase, I can spawn 10 termagants. I can either make it a new unit, which I cannot because I did not pay for them, or I can resurrect ones. Now there was 4 gone here before, so I will respawn those 4. And I'll put them over here. They have to be within 6 inches of the Tervagon, and at least an inch away from the enemy, and incoherency. Psychic phase, I'm going to try to... I could do Smite, which does D3 mortal wounds. It would be on the Chaos Space Marines. But if I make them worse at hitting, then I think that would be even better. Because once it gets to his turn, they'll all be shooting their pistols and stuff. So let's do that. We're going to be doing the Horror. 6+. I'm using another of my command points. I think we've both forgotten about those. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I finally made it! It's taken me how many rolls to make a psychic test? So Dave, having remembered those command points, realized that he probably would have rerolled one of the saves.
Yeah.
So you know what? Do it.
Here's
Do
the
it.
thing.
Do it.
Well, let's explain what we're doing.
Do it!
Okay, so brand new, we're gonna make mistakes, whatever. Okay, so we're being good with each other. So Matt's being gracious to me now. He's being kind.
I'm
to me.
returning the favor of the Raveners.
Although with mine, it's not a sure thing. It's kind of a chance thing. I have command points. I have 3 that I can spend. It costs 1 command point to re-roll a die per phase.
Yeah, and in match play, you can only use the same. You can only use the same stratagem once per phase.
Once per phase, and so one of them is re-roll a die.
Any die.
Any die. So
Single die.
I'm going to re-roll one of the failed wounds that I got on the Demon Prince.
5 up.
Okay,
He's alive.
that means he's alive.
I remember what I rolled. I rolled a 5 and a 3 for the wounds that I did
So
to
on
you.
a 4 up, it's a 5.
4 up, it's a 5. Okay, so you took 3 wounds. That's a big difference.
That's a big difference.
So you only took 3 wounds, so you're down to 5. Yeah, so the Termagants will have to be placed somewhere else. So he's down to 5 wounds. And then the Termagants I will place... You know what, I'll just keep them over here. Just like that. So I would have actually wanted to put that Psychic Power on him, so I'm going to the Horror him. So he'll hit on 3s instead of 2s in close combat. But big difference in being there, because he'll let them reroll their 1s as well. Mm-hmm. Although, no, I'm going to keep it on them, because once it gets to your turn, they'll be firing pistols, and getting -1 on that many shots, that'll stack much more than just the 5 attacks from your Demon Prince. On to the shooting phase. We're going to start with the Exocrine firing at Defi. Try to finish him off. 12 shots, because I stood still. 3+, because I stood still. Not bad. 9 hits. Looking at 4s to wound, strength 7 versus toughness 7. Oh! Oh no! So that's 8 wounds that cause 2 wounds each. So you have to make a lot of 5-up invulns.
Yeah, I gotta make a lot.
It's a 6-up armor because it's -3. He's gone. Now he might explode.
Yeah.
And just to point out, that right there would have killed him totally in 1 volley.
Yep.
That's what in the first turn when I went to fire it, I'm like, oh shoot, I might actually kill Defi in 1 turn. And then I'm like, nope. But this is what could happen. On a 6, he explodes. If you did roll a 6, then every unit within 6 inches takes D3 mortal wounds, but he is gone. And we mourn his loss. I can't do any more shooting because everybody else is locked in combat, so we'll do our charges. I'm going to charge here. I don't need to roll it because there, I'm in an inch. And we'll charge here. Now, technically, these Raveners would be able to make this charge against the cultists because they have adrenal glands,
Actually, so an 11 or higher would make it, but you cannot declare a charge against something that is more than 12 inches away. So they are stuck over here. So first, we attack with the chargers. We'll start with this one warrior. He's got 3 attacks and on 3s. He's got scything talons, so he gets to reroll 1s. That's 3 hits. And then he wounds on 3s. So 2 wounds. You get 6 up armor because there's no AP. Oh, you made 1. So anybody dies who you want. Doesn't have to be in base contact. Next, the Pyrovore will go. Pyrovore only has 2 attacks, sitting on 4s. Their strength 5 minus 4. Oh, I got 2. So we're looking at 3s to wound, and your 3+ save will become a 6+ save. All right, 2 wounds. 6+ saves on the Marines. Oh my goodness! Look at that, double 6s. So we've done all the chargers. So now it's my turn. So I get to choose an enemy or a unit and fight with them. So I'm going to start with the Turbigon and attack your Demon Prince, hitting them on 4s. 2 hits.
Did you stop?
I get to reroll 1s, but I didn't roll any 1s. Wounding him on 3s. Strength 7 versus toughness 6. Oh, we got 1. You get a 5 of invuln. Oh, I wanted you to use a command point at least. Now you get to pick a unit. Only 1, and then I get to pick a unit, and then you get to pick a unit. So, what would you like to do?
Probably Turbigon. So I will attack with the Turbigon with the Demon Prince. On second thought, I'm going to attack with the Chaos Space Marines because A, you've already attacked with him, so he's kind of not a threat right now in this turn. So I'll attack your Turbigons.
Termagants. Let's try to take them out.
Making fun of my accent?
You're able to get that one last guy into there and fight.
These 6 guys that are in range to attack the Turbigon will do so because he's my ultimate goal because he hurts you when he dies, right? He hurts Turbigons.
Yes, and also he's the one that can kill your Demon Prince. Everybody else will have a much harder time.
So I'm hitting on 3s, am I?
4s now, because I did the horror you.
So I'm horrified?
You're horrified.
Okay, by rerolling 1s because my Demon Prince is here.
That's right. Because he got resurrected.
Woo!
What the heck? Is that all? That's all.
6s?
Yeah, because I'm toughness 8. That's right.
So 6s, come on. 6s.
like, no, not 6s.
Something. 1.
1 is technically better than nothing. 3+.
What are you rolling my dice for?
I guess it is now nothing.
Now for the other 7 versus the Termagants, I'm going to be hitting you on 4s. Same thing. Rerolling 1s.
So
Look, I'm going to reroll these 2 1s. Watch.
Roll 3s.
Watch.
Thank you.
See?
The 3 misses.
What do you mean 3 misses?
Because I had the horror to you. That's the first time the horror actually did something to you.
And wounding on
3s as well, yeah. But watch out. I get a 6-up save.
Don't roll it.
You.
It's all wasted.
Come back later.
It's useless.
You do have a Power Fist, though. Maybe he'll do damage against the Turbigon.
Yep. Now for the Power Fist, normally hitting on 4s because he has a Power Fist, but now 5s because he's horrified. Thanks a lot, Matt. Thanks. Oh,
Reroll
ones.
Reroll 1s.
Should I reroll them or other ones?
I would just pick them up and reroll them.
I'm going to watch this. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll get nothing. I will get...
You're welcome.
Well, I'm glad being wrong here, okay? So here, I got 1. Strength 8. Toughness 8.
That's right. 4 is to wound.
Yes!
I get a 6-up save, otherwise you do D3 wounds.
Stop! Don't do that anymore!
Sorry, man. Well, on my turn, I will choose this warrior squad because these guys haven't fought yet. This guy can't pile in over there because he's stuck looking at these guys, drooling at them, wishing he could go over and chop off their heads, but he cannot. So these 2. Bone Sword, I get 1 extra attack because they're bone swords. 3s to hit. Okay, that's all hits. And then 3s to wound, no saves because it's -2 armor. And that kills 3 of them, which is exactly how many you have left, which means I can then pile in 3 inches. So now I can finally pile in to that combat over there. Consolidate move 3 inches, because the nearest enemy is now them. So now I'm engaged with them. You're done all your guys, so now we'll move on to my Termagants.
No. Demon Prince didn't attack.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So
You're
it's the Turbigon.
Yeah, that's right. Duh. How did I forget that? Demon Prince, hitting on 2s.
Yes, he is.
He gets to reroll 1s.
Doesn't need to.
Doesn't need to. Now, here you went on 5s. Last time you got 0 wounds. Each of them does a lot. 2. Now they are -3, so 6-up saves. I'll roll your dice so you can be mad at them rather than me.
Good.
2. So those do 3 damage each, so he actually goes down to 8 wounds. Not bad. Bounce will go. Obviously, these guys will pile in their 3 inches as much as they can, ending closer to the enemy. I'm going to stay back here in coherency, and that's where I'm stuck. So 5 first and against the Space Marines. 4 is to hit. So 3 hits. And 5's to wound. Nothing. And looks like we have 11 on this side against the Demon Prince. 4's to hit.
Nice.
Not bad. 6 is to wound. Nothing. That's all our fighting, so we'd have morale checks at this point, but you didn't lose anything there.
No.
And the only wounds I lost were on a big guy, and I've seen us everywhere, so that is just the end of the turn. Actually, I should do some consolidation moves. But then after that, it's the end of the turn. And it goes on to your turn. 3?
3, I think.
3, yes. Movement phase. Done. Psychic phase. Done. Shooting phase. Not done, because you have pistols.
I do.
So pistol weapons are special in that you can actually fire them when you're engaged in combat, but you can only fire them at guys who you are engaged in combat with.
I'm going to shoot as many of these Chaos Space Marines as possible at your warriors because your Gons keep on coming back, and plus they will get hurt when your Turbogon is eventually destroyed, which is something that I plan on doing this turn. Hitting on 4s with 4 guys at the warriors.
Because he's the horde. Hey, it didn't even matter. It didn't roll any 3s. So you got 3 hits, and then you're wounding on 4s as well. Strength 3 versus toughness 4. 1 wound. No AP modifier, so 4 up save, and I fail it. I'm going to put it on middle guy with the scything talons. Oh, sorry, he's down to 2, not 1. And then you'll put as many as you can on the Turbogon.
Yes, that's my next thing. 5 plus the plasma pistol. We'll do the 5 first, hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s. Nope. And wounding on 6s?
Yes, toughness 8. Nothing. Plasma pistol.
Plasma pistol.
Now it's only 1 in 36 chance that you're going to get hot because you get to reroll 1s, right?
So then I will choose to supercharge it.
So you will supercharge it.
Yep.
Strength 8 instead of 7, and it does 2 wounds instead of 1.
Yep.
So 4s to hit. Okay, re-roll that. Don't roll a new die, man.
Don't roll a new die, huh? Okay.
So 4s to wound. 4s to wound. Good.
Oh. 6 more pistols against the Termagants, and these are the last of the pistols. Hitting on 4s.
Hey, I made you miss one. Finally. You haven't been rolling any 3s. It's either been up or low.
And wounding on
3s as well.
That's 3.
6 up saves, because bolters don't have any AP.
Nice.
3 more die. Oh, 1, 2.
It must suck to lose them and then get them back right away.
3. Now we're in the charge phase, which is done.
Yeah.
Fight phase.
Fight phase. Demon Prince.
You want him to start?
Absolutely.
You want to try to kill the Turbogon?
Oh, yes.
Okay. 5 attacks hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s.
This is the part that's easy.
Rerolling
one, but
ones.
you get to reroll it. Okay.
Okay.
The hard part here, you need to do 3 wounds to kill me.
Yes, I do.
And I only get a 6 up save, so most likely 3 wounds will kill me.
Yes.
So 5s to wound.
5 to wound. Here it is.
1. That's not.
I'm going to use a command point.
Oh, you are, because only 3 will kill me, 2 will not. Do you really want to use it now, or do you want to save it for a reroll and invuln save?
Wait, hold on a second. Let me check what the command points are. Maybe there's something else.
There's not. I'll tell you right now.
Okay. Do you know the other ones are?
Yes, they are. Automatically pass a morale test with 2 command points. There's the one to reroll dice, and then the other one is when I charge you, you can use 2 command points after I attack with one of my charge units to attack with one of yours before the rest of my charge units go.
Okay.
So you did 1 wound. After all that, if you can remember, 6 plus save. No,
nice.
So I lose 5 more wounds. So that does hurt me. That brings me down to my next level. So I think I'll only be hitting you back on 5. So that could save you. So I get to choose one now. It's a hard choice. I'd like to do the Turbogon before your Space Marines have any chance to bring him down even further. I don't think you can kill him, but you could bring him down to even lower. I'd like to, because now I only hit on 5s. So I'd like to try to kill your Demon Prince, or at least keep him alive. But I'm going to do my Warriors next because they can do the most damage to your Chaos Space Marines. So I pile in 3 inches. Ending closer, so they'll all get in. Start with the one with Scything Talons, so he gets an extra attack with the Scything Talons, so I'm hitting you on 3s. No reroll. Oh no, Scything Talons. Oh no, sorry, this would be Bone Swords. Bone Swords get the extra attack. So I got that backwards. So if that's the case, I should do the other Bone Swords while I'm at it, so 4 more attacks on 3s. Sorry, I got those 2 mixed up for a second there. So we got 5 hits in total. These are going to wound you on 4s, but -2 to your armor. So 4 wounds. 5 up armor. So 3 die. Whichever 3 you like. Boop, boop, boop. And now the Scything Talons. I only get 3 attacks, but I get to reroll 1s. So hitting on 3s, that's 3 hits. Wounding on 4s, 1 wound. No AP though, so you get 3 up save.
Okay.
You, well, choose, yeah, you made it. And now you choose your Chaos Space Marines and fight back.
Okay, Turbo.
So no, we checked it. No grenades can be used against in close combat, so that's not a thing anymore. Just one of them in shooting. That's all. So you're gonna fire as many as you can against the Turbogon.
Yep.
So 5 of them can attack the Turbogon.
Yep.
Plus the Power Fist.
Yes.
Still -1 to hit though. So 4s to hit. Re-rolling 1s. Throw me some 3s. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I thought I'd do that for you.
Fail with a 3, will ya? Make me feel like I did something.
I'm gonna get 2 6s.
6s to wound. Well, I get
1 wound with a 3-up save.
Fail.
I made it.
Don't get that. Now
Power
Power
fist.
Fist hitting on 5s.
That's right.
And
Reroll the
reroll
1.
Come on, get something.
Oh!
Now for the rest over here into your warriors. As many as I can into the warriors. Got 5 here, hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s.
Nope. Aha! 3. Sorry, I just feel happy when my psychic power actually does something. 4s to wound. 1 wound. 4-up armor. Not saved.
Thank you.
So the one in there with Scything Talons is down to 1 wound. There's 2 guys left against the Termagants.
They could do it.
4s, reroll 1s. So 2 hits, 3s to wound. 1 wound. 6-up armor. 1 dice. Obviously, we'll just kill another flesh boar that's not in a fight. So that's all your guys, so I just do the rest of mine now. I'm going to start with my Pyrovore. It's 2 attacks and on 4s. Okay, strength 5, so 3s to wound. Woo! Let's do the, let's do the Tervagon next, because if he one-shots your Demon Prince, then the Termagants can go after the Chaos Space Marines. So Tervagon into the Demon Prince. Not likely to kill him, because now I'm hitting you on 5s, because you've wounded me. You've wounded me, Dave. You wounded me. Because the Tervagon is me. I am the mother.
You're the
of
mother.
All these Termagants and stuff.
You are a girly man.
Ha! 2 hits. 3s to wound. 2 wounds. 5-up saves with your invulns. You failed both. Would you like to use a command point to reroll one of them?
Yes.
You still have 2 command points left.
Yep.
Because last time you made your roll, you didn't even use a command point. Oh no! He failed both! So I do 2d6 wounds. 7. This time we're sure, right? There's nothing else we're forgetting? So Demon Prince is legit gone this time. Bye-bye. Then we'll just pile in the Termagants because they'll be next. But before we go any further,
I'm gonna call it. Okay, I'll call it because I can't. You got 4 points right now. I
Yeah.
have 2. I can't kill you because you're just tarp hitting me. Like
not
crazy.
likely, not likely. Because what's going to happen here is I may not do any damage with the Termagants, but then it's my turn. So there's a couple things that are going to happen. These Raveners are going to run up and they're going to possibly make that charge, and that's a lot of really good attacks. They got rending attacks. And then on top of that, then I can choose a unit to go first, probably the Warriors. That'll whittle you down a few guys. If you're lucky, you'll kill 1 more unit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you did kill one, like you could
I can't catch up.
Yeah. It would be very hard to catch up.
Although I can disengage and then maybe Overwatch when you charge me and kill a lot more.
True.
I don't know if I can.
But if
kill
you
enough,
disengage, you don't get to shoot your pistols. So the other thing is you could really try to kill a Tervagon. If you did kill him, that would be Warlord kill and another kill point. But I can also put my Raveners in your deployment and get Line Breaker.
Yep.
So yeah, you didn't kill enough before you got tar pitted in. So you know what? Because we're just going to go right into our post-game show. Let's talk about this game right here, right now. You look a little shell-shocked.
Okay, so I'm just thinking of, is there any way that I could have actually won this?
Well,
with the army that I brought, and I don't know if I could have.
Well, this is your first game. So what do you think you do differently? Assuming the armies are the same.
Okay, if they're the exact same, then I target your Tervagon from the beginning.
With the battle cannon?
Everything.
Yeah. Now, you had to kill the Venom Throw still, because it's -1 to hit.
So I did that right.
I think that was good. When right off the bat you're like, I'm going to start firing at your Venom Throats, I'm like, good. Most people don't think to do that. They fired all the other juicy targets.
It is so dissatisfying to fire at them. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, I know I need to do it, but I'm not feeling like Korn is happy here.
No.
But yeah, this guy, because you kept on bringing your gaunts back. Like that's in a small game like that's so overpowered. How many guys came back? 20?
No.
15? Like it was a lot.
It's about 4 power worth of guys.
Yeah, but the power doesn't matter when you have guys that are tarp hitting, right? Like my cultists. There's a lot of cultists that I could have brought instead of Chaos Space Marines.
Do you think you'd do better with more cultists than Chaos Space Marines? Okay, let's talk about composition. Now, we're not going to go into strategies of how to build your army because over the next few days, we're going to be playing all sorts of different stuff.
We'll do those videos after.
Yeah. But here's the question. Here's one I can ask you. Now, in the case of the Chaos Space Marines, they're cheaper to add on more than there is to make a new unit. But a lot of other units, you'll notice that that's not the case. So if it's like 10 power to bring a unit of this, then it's plus 10 power to double it. Whereas your Chaos Space Marines was like, they were cheaper to buy extras. But assuming they weren't cheaper, would you think you do better with more smaller squads? Like 2 squads of 10 as opposed to a squad of 20? 2 squads of 15 cultists as opposed to 1 big of 30?
I think so.
Why?
Well, because I have more options, right? and it also forces you to shoot at different things. And like if I had 2 squads of cultists, for example, okay, and they're over here, then one could have gone after this squad and one could have gone after this squad.
Now, at the same token, if I shoot at both squads, then they both have to take morale tests, and it doubles up on your morale tests.
Yes and no, because those shots would have been on one big unit, and that many guys would have been removed from that one unit. So there's no difference.
True.
Right, and then it just gives me the versatility to do things.
Yep.
Right.
Now,
the
in this
flamers, like I could have put flamers in that unit.
Yeah.
And they could have done something.
Now, in this particular mission, it was kill points, so you had the advantage in only having 4 units.
Seemingly, I had the advantage, but I don't even know. It's just you have too many wounds.
Do you think it was a mistake to charge the Chaos Space Marines in?
It looks like it was. Looks like it definitely was.
The Demon Prince could have killed the Turbogon. That's the hard part. You rolled poorly. Your first round, you did 0 wounds to him. Look, in just 1 round, you got him down to 5. If you had done 2 wounds...
No, that was 1 round. That was 2 rounds.
Oh, it's 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But you did like nothing for like a round.
I think that... Yeah, that's why I charged him, because it was likely that he would have been really damaged.
Yes.
And then it would have been harder for you to hit me. And then I would have killed him. Like, it's, on paper, that's what it looks like what should have happened. But not at all.
Not with dice.
You got a really good roll. With your stupid Turbogon who does nothing.
I thought he did
does
nothing.
A lot. He kills a Demon Prince.
I thought he does nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't notice a D6. In my playtest game, he was against just big units of Necrons where the D6 wounds per guy didn't mean squat. So I'm learning too. Apparently Turbogon is good against big guys.
In retrospect, I would have charged other units with my Demon Prince. That's what I would have done. Like your warriors. I think he would have done better against warriors.
Yeah, warriors he'd kill because each of his wounds would just kill one.
That's right.
3 damage.
Yeah.
It's not D3, it's just 3 damage.
And there's no like spillover because it's just okay, this one's dead, now the next this one's
But he's
dead.
got 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, and in his case he'll be wounding on 3s against the warriors.
Yeah.
Not negating their saves, but making it like 6+.
Yeah.
So most likely he would just slaughter 3 warriors without even even slowing down.
And I think ignoring your Turbogon is probably the best option. Because you don't respawn, I don't waste time and shots and everything. I just focus on everything else.
Yeah.
So that's probably the best strategy, which is the same strategy as before. In 7th edition. Ignore him and kill the things that can die.
Yeah, if you don't have the firepower to take him out.
Yeah, like I think your Venom Tropes, that was a good choice at the very beginning, and then after that, instead of your Turbogon, it should have been your everything else.
Whittle down the warriors. The Pyrovore didn't really do much in the end. He could have with shooting, but meh.
In fact, I should have moved away from him, although he does move 8 inches.
Yeah.
I should have moved this way against your warriors and against these Raveners.
Yes.
Right? That way I would have got more kill points, then you would have had less, and then it would have been a better game.
All you had to do was get more kill points, and then even if you got tar pitted for the rest of the game, it's almost what you'd want to do, is get like 5 or 6 kill points and then charge in and just tar pit.
Yeah.
To prevent me from getting more kill points than you. What do you think of the Exocrine?
I was scared of him because he looks like he's scary, which he is. He's got a lot of wounds, but his shots didn't do as well as on paper they should.
It took 3 turns to kill your Defiler.
Yeah, so that's okay.
Yeah, you do the math. You got 12 shots in on 3s. That's 8 hits, wounding on 4s. That's 4 wounds. You got a 5-up save, so you'll save 1, maybe 2. So it's going to do 2.5 on average, which should 2. So that should do 5 wounds on average. So it should actually take 3 turns.
So I guess he did average.
Yeah, he did what he should have. But then you saw in the very last turn when I finished him off, I actually did 14 wounds. So you saw what his potential was.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Like his potential is 24 wounds, obviously, if everything hits and wounds and you fail every save.
Yeah, sure. But
I think he's going to be very scary to most armies.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
To be honest, he was terrifying.
Like a Defiler with 14 wounds and a toughness of 7 should take a few rounds to take out.
It should.
Unless you've got like a huge squad of blast cannons. But if you're playing at that power level, then you'll have stuff to counter that. It's like, oh, you lose a Defiler, that's okay, I've got 2 more because I've got the power for it.
You know what I should have done with Defi?
What should you have done?
I should have moved him up and gone here, because I could have benefited from this cover. Because he's a vehicle, he would benefit from this cover.
It wouldn't have mattered against the Exocrine, because you were using your invulns. Because I was bringing you to a 6-up armor,
Were you?
so the cover would only bring you to a 5-up.
Okay, because your weapons are good enough that you have like...
They're -3.
Yeah, that's...
So your 3-up becomes a 6-up, cover makes it a 5-up. So
Yeah.
that wouldn't have made a difference. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe just focusing on the Turbogon with the shots from Defi.
It's either focus everything on him or ignore him. Don't go half and half. And that's what I did. I went half and half on the Turbogon.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect... As soon as you popped my Venom Thropes and you started firing at other stuff, I'm like, And then when you charged everything, and I'm like, oh, I think I'm in trouble. But then when you failed to kill even 10 of my Termagants, And then your Demon Prince totally whiffed against the Turbogon.
Yeah, that was
And
nice.
then I realized he does D6 wounds per hit. And then I was hitting above average.
Yeah, you got 5 and 6 like every time.
Yeah, it was pretty good. In fact, I think I even forgot Toxin Sacks most of the time, where if I roll 6-2 and I do an extra damage. But
One extra damage is what it does?
Yeah, so it'd be D6 plus 1 if
Okay.
I rolled a 6-2 wound, which could make a difference.
Yeah.
Could make a difference. In this case, it didn't, because you saved enough of them the first time, and then the next time an extra 1 would have made a difference. You would have 9 wounds instead of 8. Interesting, very interesting.
Yeah. The cool thing that I liked about the Demon Prince is that if you're within 6 of him, anything else that's Khorne, they did get to reroll their 1s.
Yeah, he's utility as well as hard hitting.
Yeah. So did that help me? I think it did.
Oh, you rerolled a
ones.
lot of ones.
Yeah. So that certainly came into play a lot. So I think in a way that kind of made up for the fact that your Turbogon could spit up more Turbogons.
Yeah.
In a way.
I wonder if they'll ever FAQ it that you don't get to reroll your own ones, or if that was the intent, because he hits on 2s, right? So basically, all Demon Princes get 2-up rerollable everything.
Yeah.
He did used to be Bliss. No, not Demon Prince. I'm thinking of Bloodthirsters. They were like Bliss skill, weapon skill like 9 or something like that. Something ridiculous.
10, I think.
10, yeah. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, 2-up rerollable. It seems like whatever. When you reroll a 2-up, you don't get that much more because you're not missing very much.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder, because it says all units with this mark that are within 6 inches.
He has the mark.
Well, he is within 6 inches. I was my Venom Thropes. I was giving them the -1 because they're within 3 inches of themselves.
Yeah,
So
well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Play it that way across the board. Then.
yeah. No, it's fine. I'm just curious because we don't have FAQs out yet, obviously, and we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's it. Stay tuned for more 8th edition coverage. We're going to be putting out a ton of battle reports and reviews. Well, thanks so much for watching. Happy working.
Happy wargaming.
Well, I hope that you enjoyed that battle report. Make sure you click the links below to go and watch the next battle report, Grey Knights versus Necrons. And if you haven't watched it yet, we have our 2-part review of 8th edition 40K all out today. And stay tuned for all of our faction focuses as we come out with them over the next couple of weeks during the pre-order time. We're going to be covering all the different factions, as many as we can, doing 2 battle reports every day for them, as well as 2-part reviews for all of them as well. So check out the links below, and happy wargaming.